talking about the Afrobasket, and
in terms of
just winning. Yes, that is a record breaker. You know, that is historic. But of course, most of our players ended up with most of the individual awards, and you know, it just goes to show, you know, the level of input, you know, the sheer hard work that had been put in before going for this tournament.
Yeah, you said some doubted. I don't think many of us doubted the ability of the D Tigers, but I think the problem generally was we thought they might choke on the big stage. With the quality was never in doubt. But when you win, you know, when you win a tournament, usually the winning team usually dominates, you know, all the awards and everything. So really no surprise there. But for me, the joy that wait finally comes to an end. I mean, and that we don't even have to travel down that route. The one we went the last time, we will leave that for Angola, Tunisia, and Senegal. They should just fight it out. None of our business. We are already in Rio. We're already on the plane to Rio, and that is heartwarming. That is heartwarming indeed.
Fantastic performance by the Tigers, and in the fourth quarter, Angola thought they could perform some magic. And come into this
wasn't going to be their day.
I was so, you know, guys, I was trying not to talk about this. I was saying, let's not talk so that they will not start hearing us now and then disappoint us. But after watching that game against Senegal, saw that fight that the Tigers put up in overtime to win, I came out on Sunday to say we're going to beat this team. Because why? It's not about technical ability now for me. It's not about tactical play. It's about time. The players also realize that, what sort of ugly record is this? Why can't we just break this jinx? You know, and then they came out, they did that properly. Yeah, some tactical play in the first quarter. Second quarter, Angola didn't know what happened to them. It was a rush.
You know, over the weekend, my thoughts were this, and I'm going to share it with you guys. Maybe you should. You know, I was thinking, did we beat Angola because it was a weakened Angola side, or we beat Angola because we were that
determined
good?
To do
At this stage, it doesn't really matter because we've won. But you know, it would provoke a thought. Did we win because the Angolas? I mean, and I'm very happy I'm very happy we're going to get answers to that shortly. But you know, it's something that will linger on. Did we play Angola in their prime? Did we play?
We played Angola when it was about time to beat them. It's about time. I mean, they've won the title 11 times, beaten Nigeria 9 times. Come on, with that sort of record, if I'm going to meet you, I'll take my entire
David
village.
versus Goliath.
Take my entire village to come right at you.
All right.
So
We'll definitely thrash these guys. Let's not exhaust everything right now. But of course, we're also going to be looking at the IWF Championships, which has finally ended. And for Team Nigeria, well, the old story goes. You're a Kenyan.
I'm a Kenyan.
Okay, I have to. I have to go through. I have to go through your birth certificate.
I'm just joking. The only bright spot was for the way the Kenyans, in spite of all the negative comments about issues doping, you know, 1 or 2 athletes being caught in the way,
distracted,
and even at the beginning of this year, what happened to Rita Jepto being caught in that web, getting a 2-year ban. But the Kenyans still went out there. And they showed us that, look, it's not just about long distance races
anymore.
We could come into the center of the tracks.
People are consolidating. But the lesson for me in all of this is, guys, let's look at it. We went to 17 athletes. About 10 will take part in the relays, and then the others individuals. We got to the finals. Those, you know, Blessing Okagbare, Doreen Amata, and the 4x4. Not a really bad experience if you're not just chasing medals. Not a bad experience, particularly at a world championship. Of course, even if we had men representing us, you're not going to beat Usain Bolt. You'll beat Justin Gatlin. The story is, what's the lesson in this for the AFN, particularly going to Congo Brazzaville, which, by the way, is just 4 more days to go. How can we pick those lessons, consolidate? You need to conquer your small corner before you start thinking of coming out of it to go elsewhere. So coming to Africa now, we should be dominant.
Because we've learned quite a lot.
Let the experience of going to the championship and falling give you reasons to stand at the African Games.
If we have learned, Austin and Ayo, if we have learned anything, you know, we should de-emphasize winning. If we have learned anything at all. we should.
But not in Africa. Not at the African Games.
Well,
at the World Championships,
you're free to disagree with me, you know, but for me, I would rather be looking at how we'll come back in 2020 and we will not be afraid of Usain Bolt. It probably may not be dead then.
Yeah,
we will not be afraid of the Jamaicans. In athletics, for instance, you have to worry about Jamaica and the United States.
Yeah.
So every other country is fighting for the bronze.
If you don't worry about Usain Bolt in 2020, worry about the guy that won the 100 meters at the Commonwealth Games, because he's not even in the scene now.
Carter,
there you
all
go.
of them.
So that's what I'm saying. I worry for the future of athletics in Nigeria. You worry about us not winning medals. I say, what are they doing to ensure that when there's no more Blessing or Kagbari, who is the next lady that is running good timing? Now that our guys are not running the sub 10, what are we doing to ensure that they start running?
The truth, Ayatollah, is that those guys that could get you the medals are just not there.
They're not there.
So if winning medals is your top priority, you can't win medals. You can do that on the continent, maybe. Globally, no. So there's no magic you can perform in 1 year. So we should start these developments in growth and winning. We should look at it and see what really serves us well. And for me, I think I'll spend my money for development. Big 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds, who would just pick.
I think we already know what how to go about all these things. So it's it won't make any sense just to repeating and repeating. Let those handling it do the right thing. And when they do the right thing, not if, when they do the right thing,
we'll get the
then
results.
the story, the story will be different.
Well, you're not saying anything differently. I was so excited when I got a call from Beijing from the president of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. And he said that we've not been so nice in terms of giving them punches. I said, we need to do more. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And I've said, when we're not hearing stuff, is because people are not talking. So let's know your plans. Let's know that Tosioke jumped in Warrior and got a bruise, so we can start knowing how we're going to talk about it. Tosioke shouldn't come out and be feeling so bad about it. Anyway, when they get back to the country, we hope to bring the president of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria to come. But let's quickly bring you into all of this before we go on a quick break. Let's put you into the discussion. On Twitter, we're channels_sports. That's a feedback mechanism right there on your screen. And on Facebook, we're channels-sports. Do you have questions, comments, suggestions going down from your exciting world of sports, particularly the Tigers winning the 2015 Afrobasket Championship? We'll talk about it till Angola says it's enough. We'll keep talking about it. I want you to join the conversation. The hashtag is the Tigers. The hashtag again is Afrobasket Championship. We're done with the IWF Championship, so let's keep the hashtag African Games. Let's go on a quick break now. Guys, I think we need to see highlights of that game of how the Tigers became champions. They'll come back. So much to talk about. Stay with us.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Tunisia's Afrobasket 2015, and it is the title showdown between Angola and Nigeria. The long pass up to Marias, and he gets swatted from Shane Lawal. So Lawal's on the SWAT team tonight, and Marias answers with a three-pointer from the corner. Lawal turns and goes up strong around Reggie Moore. Lawal hands it off to Al Farouk. Oh, and he goes up for the dunk in the and one. And the foul in the and one. Another drive to the basket. Rice gets it over to Indoniema. Steps over, puts up a three. Count it! And just like that, it's back to a 10-point game. Now Giddy for three. Good! Finally hits one. Early in the shot clock, and he hits it anyway. Chamberlain Noguchi. Well, that's it, folks. Nigeria have finally reached the top of the Afrobasket podium. They have knocked off the real powerhouses in African basketball, Angola, and it was a convincing win, 74 to 65.